It's 94.7 Blair Radio. Our local guest segments are brought to us by RVR Bank. Again, thank you to RVR Bank for being great sponsors, partners of ours. Today we're going a little off to the different side of life. It is our music side. And just being able to promote local individuals that are working really hard. And we have the Traynor Band joining us today, at least 3 out of how many? 3 out of 5? 3 out of 6.
Out of
so
6.
half of you.
Half of us are here, yeah.
So half. Okay, so we have. Can I just have you introduce you guys?
Yeah, I'm Tony Traynor.
I'm Ian Wenzel, drummer.
Michael Rogers, guitar player.
All right. So obviously the band is named after you.
Yeah. Yep. The Traynor Band.
And so tell us a little bit about the background. Getting into it. Because I've had young students coming in and talk about they want to be able to get into the music industry and things like that. What's it like? How the whole process from thinking of, wow, I want to do this to, wow, I did that.
Yeah. Well, from being 15, 16, buying a guitar in high school, and then learning for about 2 to 3 months, and then I broke a string. I was learning or teaching myself, and then I broke a string and I didn't know how to replace it, so it sat in the corner for about a year. And then one day I came home, my mom was like, hey, I cleaned some stuff out of your room. You needed to declutter. And I go in and my guitar was gone. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess I'm done playing guitar. And then in college, I started to learn again because one of my best friends in college knew how to play guitar. And we would just sit around and sing. And I was like, I kind of want to do that. And so then after college, I would get home from work and I just wouldn't have anything to do because my wife was off studying. And so I was like, I'll pick up guitar again. So bought a guitar, taught myself how to play. And then, along the way, I knew a kid that ended up becoming in my first band, Wild Valley. He knew how to play guitar and fiddle and bass and all that stuff. And so he taught me some stuff as well. And then we just ended up meeting our current bass player in the band, Aaron Hilgerman, and then met another drummer and just kind of took off from there.
All right. And so with that, it's trial by fire, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Yeah, you kind of, we all became a new band, and I didn't have a lot of music at the time, 0 originals. And so it was kind of like, probably like 5 months of just learning songs, getting a set list down, and then finally get to play, your first backyard show at somebody's graduation party. Mm-hmm. And then, you just kind of catch that bug and you go from there. And it's been going on almost 10 years now that we've been doing this.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, but now you have originals. So
right.
You have very much a country flavor. Your background is in that range. There's
right.
a lot of influence that way, right?
Yes, yeah. Some of our influences, Eric Church, Luke Combs.
Those are your influences.
My influences. When I write,
don't throw me into that one.
I'm a really big Chris Ledoux fan as well. I just
Sure.
love his lyrics. When you sit down and listen to his lyrics, I love that. I love songs that tell stories. Especially in our most recent single we just put out, "Wasted in Waco." You can kind of hear some of that. Mm-hmm. We try to blend kind of everything together. When people ask me like, "What do you guys play?" I say country, but it's country rock. It's kind of a lot of different things. We just kind of try to write our music that best describes us. But when you come to our live shows, you can definitely tell the influences of, me and Luke, our other guitar player. He's a huge Leonard Skinner fan and a huge AC/DC fan, and so am I. So, and we do play those as well in our live shows.
Sure.
And so you can kind of tell some of those influences when we play our live shows, and then a little bit in some of our original music too.
All right. So tell me a little bit about what goes into writing lyrics. That's a challenge because it's putting yourself out on paper and for everybody else.
Yeah, it's we have it on a much smaller scale than some of these people you hear on the radio every day and people in Nashville. But like for me, I come up with a song title. I just think of a song title and then I build it off of that. Mm-hmm. I kind of get an idea in my head of what I want the song to sound like based off of that title and the direction I want to go. And then I write it and I bring it to these guys and I say, hey, what do you think? And usually Michael's like, yeah, that doesn't that chord doesn't fit right there. So then let's change that. So then we change it, and we, so everybody kind of has a part in it. So yeah, it is pretty vulnerable when you put music out for everyone to hear, but also, it's like either you like it or you don't. And if you do, awesome. If you don't like it, there's millions of other songs out there for you to listen to.
Yeah. So then with that, getting gigs, put together the music, the set list and stuff like that. You guys were able to open up at the Washington County Fair. So that's, you're moving up into the right direction.
Right.
What's the largest venue you've played so far?
Yeah,
I mean, there's probably 4,000 people there at Waco.
Yeah, Waco was good.
We played the last, I think, 4 or 5 years at Waco, either opening on the main stage or playing in the beer garden after the concert.
Yeah.
But this was probably the biggest crowd that we've had.
Yeah, it was a good crowd this year.
It was awesome.
Perfect weather for it.
Yeah. Even afterwards at the beer garden, I think there's
there's probably 2,000 people there.
2,000 people or so at the beer garden. Outside of like county fairs and stuff,
We always, the waiting room, we always have that one for his birthday.
Yeah, my birthday show at the waiting room, there's
that one out every year.
About 400 people there.
All right. And obviously, part of it is social presence, social media and stuff like that. So you have Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff for people to follow?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, all that under Traynor Band Music. Our website is traynorbandmusic.com. All of our stuff is on there, our shows, our music, everything's on there that you can find.
All right.
So, yeah.
But you guys are local. You're from around the area.
Yeah, we are. Yep, all of us are local. So we try to play as local as often as much as we possibly can. And we've had the privilege of getting to play, big festivals and opening for a lot of people. And so whenever people are like, hey, where do you want us to say you're from? And I'm like, right here. We're from Nebraska. We call Valley, Nebraska, our kind of our home base because that's where we practice. That's where I'm from. And that's kind of like our home base for everybody to meet. So that's where we call home.
All right. And so go to the website, find more information about you guys. But, of course, go and get the music. That's the big thing, isn't it?
Yes, that's the big thing. Go download all the music. We have, I think, 9 or 10 songs out right now. Over the past, 8 years, we've been putting out stuff. But our most recent single is Wasted in Waco. I mean, I might be biased, but I think this is our best work yet. And thanks to Michael Rogers, our guitar player, who kind of sat down and played a lot of the instruments on this and produced it and everything. And so, we're all super proud of this song. I love it. It's awesome. Everyone has come up to me and said, hey, I love all your stuff, but this is probably your best work yet, which is awesome to hear because you don't want to hear somebody say, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It was okay.
Yeah, you want to hear people say that. So yeah.
So awesome. Well, again, congratulations on moving ahead, moving forward. And that is a big part of it, though. Go get the music and download it because the more that is seen, then the more people want to be able to experience you guys.
Right.
And then one of these days you'll be headlining.
I hope so.
So
we also put a music video out for this song.
Did you?
Yeah, we put a music video out. We shot that. We released it the day before the song came out, so...
Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out Kyle Byers. What was it? July 31st we put the song out, so it came out the 30th.
Yeah.
Actually, Washco. That was the day that it was released. So the whole band's in it. We make a couple cameo appearances in it as well at the bar, and it was awesome to shoot. It was really fun. It was a good experience, and we'll definitely probably look at doing that again. But
It was hot.
yeah, it was very hot. Kyle Byers did a phenomenal job.
Heard that sports.
Yes, Heard at Sports. And shout out to Luke Steinkruger, Sarah Wilcox, and Aaron Hilgeman, who couldn't be here, who's also our backup singer, guitar player, and bass player. All right. Who couldn't be here today.
Well, again, we look forward to seeing more from you guys. But again, check them out. And the website again?
TraynorBandMusic.com.
All right. Let's go ahead and be able to support local and support these guys and be able to see that grow. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.